We encountered these people who were new to us. We encountered worlds which we didn't know anything about us. So what we always like in our works is to go to places and things we don't know anything to discover it. That's why it took so long to make this film. It was going with us the last 10 years. Yeah, our first experience in Locarno in 2019 with Space Talks was truly overwhelming. I mean, our first film we made together back then was premiering here, and then it had a huge journey all over the world. So it means a lot to us to come back now with our first fiction film.
Making a film, it's very hard to anticipate if there will be some smile or laughter in some moments. Our film is not a funny one, but I was very glad to hear like shy laughter, and that people started and then other people started on scenes which are not particularly funny. It's a special moment, and it tells a lot about the connection that worked.
All this film started with the encounter with Mikhail Zenkov, our main actor, but who is also in his real life, he's a painter, and he worked in a morgue for 20 years.
The first idea was to do a documentary, and then very fast we understood that it's not a good idea to portray him because in this moment in his life he was also a bit stuck, and we thought, no, we need to keep him, he needs to move, he needs to be drawn out of his zone. And of course then the easy idea was to bring a new person into his life, a person that will change his life.
And so we were casting for young women in Belarus, and we found Masha. We had a meeting when she was still 18 years old, so 6 years before, like 6 years ago. And she was really touching us with her openness, and also with her, that she was showing us her vulnerabilities very fast. And so we thought, and she's a real model, by the way, and we thought it's very interesting because her body is always very important for her. She's looking at herself. Phone screens are like depicting her, and Misha in the same time is painting bodies and observing bodies in the morgue and working with bodies. So these two worlds were brought together in a very natural way, and their biographies played an important role for the script.
They never met before the first time in shooting. We had just a very brief meeting to see how they looked together, but then we stopped this after half an hour, and then years passed until the shooting days when they first meet.
We in our films, we like to show and explore the unknown to us. There are, in films, there are a lot of depictions of morgues, but in this way, like in depth, to go there and find out like how it feels to actually observe bodies, how it feels the encounter with dead bodies. And it was for me the first time in my life I have been to a morgue. It was the first time I saw a real dead person. And it had a huge impact.
There were moments when on one day we've been in a modeling school and the next day in a morgue. And this continued. So the more we did this, the more we understood that the special connection in our film between these two characters is, of course, the body and the way bodies are treated.
We discovered a lot of new things in ourselves by making these films. I mean, we found out a lot about us, a lot about cinema and our cinematic thoughts.